Hello and welcome back. So let's say that you're a bounty hunter. You started off like with the either Diamondback Scout or the Cobra or any kind of ship like that for bounty hunting. And even though you could have done like maybe some mining and some trading, that you got yourself now a decent amount of money, maybe close to 10 million, maybe less, or around this area. So, and you're like, I want a new ship that's gonna be way better at bounty hunting because, like, if you take the Viper and Mark III, the Cobra Mark III, or the Diamondback Scout, I mean, they're pretty decent ship, but the thing is, on your own, you're still gonna struggle a bit. So the next step for bounty hunting, if you want like a huge upgrade in power, will be the Vulture. Okay, so the Vulture here. The only bad, well, not a bad thing, but its base price is around 4.9 million, which you can get far a bit cheaper if you look on a website like inara.cz to get like a station you sell it for 10% or 15% discount. So this ship is the lower level bounty hunting king. Well, lower levels, more like intermediate or more advanced. At that price point, this is the best bounty hunter ship you're gonna get for your money because this ship is actually amazing. Alright, let's get to the art point. Oh, and by the way, this ship is a small ship and very maneuverable and still can get a lot of integrity. And also having decent shield. So I'm gonna explain the build I'm doing right now. So I'm doing a build like I'm full A graded to give you a good idea for now. So for weapon, it's only have two class 3 weapon. So it may look kinda underwhelming from other ship like you had before having like two class 1 two class 2. But having two class 3 is not actually bad because with class 3 weapon you're gonna actually do more of your maximum damage to the whole of a ship because each well I'm gonna show you right there ship. If you see right here, there's an armor rating of 55. This armor rating actually do a damage reduction depending of your weapon penetration. You can actually see it here. Go back to outfitting. My multi-cannon armor piercing is 54. So that means I'll do my maximum damage with that, or very close to. And that beam is 50. So having class 3 weapon, you're gonna be doing way closer to your maximum potential damage against the hull of a ship compared to class 2 or class 1. So that's gonna be way more effective. So what I like is usually a mix of thermal and kinetic damage. So for this test here, I'm gonna take a class 3 multi-cannon, which is gimbaled, and the other one is a fixed beam. I like fixed beam on maneuverable ship because they're a bit like better on damage and usually a bit easier on the distributor draw. So let's go for that now. So we're gonna do a bit of testing later to see how that's gonna go against NPC. Alright, core internal. Here I got the reinforced alloy because well, the thing is, they're giving you a bit more protection, but they're not like too overpriced. So usually on small ship, I tend to go the lowest weight possible to make my ship as maneuverable as possible. But this ship is a bit special. Let's see here. I got the 5A thruster, which by the way is going to be kind of expensive, about 4.8 million, but you need those thruster with that ship. The good thing with the thruster, other than like the 5A having like the best maneuverability possible. Oh, by the way, nothing is engineered, so right now I'm going like a setup like somebody will do if like the first time going like to that level of ship. and not having engineering. But if you do have some engineering, I suggest you engineer those thrusters and maybe even that power plant. Because the problem with the ship is the power plant. You're gonna be craving for more power if you want to put that ship to the maximum level it's gonna be. So if you ever get engineering, I would suggest something to increase a bit the power output of your power plant and of course the thrusters. Okay, frameshift drive. Well, for now I have a 4A, the maximum of the ship without any engineering, and you see the jump range, the maximum I can get is 15, so yeah, you don't use that ship for traveling. Life support 3D and sensor 4D, like you actually don't need more than that. It's gonna be more cost and weight effective. And of course power distributor you'll need the best possible because it's gonna help all of your system. So the thing I told you about the weight and the thruster. So you see my integrity with that chip is actually pretty high, 1.3k. So I can take a decent amount of beating. So if I go to optional internal, you can see I added a lot of weight to my ship for protection. Let's see like here, the old reinforcement. If I store it, and I go to try to re-equip it again, you'll see that other than increasing my integrity, which is what I want, from 900 to 1.3k, it doesn't, right there, you see in the bottom, it doesn't affect my speed and my boost speed. So what that means is the thruster is so overpowered for the ship that you're way past the optimal mass limit of your ship. So you can equip quite a bit of weight before you're gonna impair your maneuverability. So right now I've added a lot of weight to my ship, and it did not impact my maneuverability. So I'm making my ship way more resistant when my shield go down. So right now I'm using a 5C B-Weave, the maximum I can get. I prefer B-Weave for PvE or bounty hunting, well, because it's kind of sad when you do bounty hunting and you need to wait for your shields all the time. So that way you're gonna have decent shield protection, and they're gonna recover way faster, even if they get broken. And also, since you're very fast, you're gonna be prone to take a bit less damage because you're so maneuverable with that ship that if you take like a bigger ship like a Python and even an Anaconda, if of course you don't take on one of them that's like is a rank too high, maybe like a master, you should be fine or lower, you're gonna be spinning around it and it's gonna have a huge problem targeting you. So yeah, that's what I like to do. At least like on the smaller one, I'll take like module reinforcement because if you lose your shield, at least your module is gonna be a bit more resistant to be destroyed. And also the rest, here I've put full reinforcement because hey, more HP. The only drawback is the money, but they're not that expensive. So the most expensive part you're gonna be needed is gonna be the thruster mainly. Well, the reinforced alloy is not like a must, but let's see, like the price 1.9 million against like a bit more resistance for like way more money. So I find the reinforced alloy a good like compromise if you're like cannot A grade it so far and you need to take the minimum. So if you buy it and don't have enough money to put everything A grade, the thing you should get is like decent weaponry, and at least try to upgrade first the thruster and the power distributor. The rest is gonna be like more minimal. So thruster, power distributor, and of course, yeah, the shield. So if I go to the utility mount, what I did put here is 2 shield booster, 2 A shield booster. So that's gonna increase my shield to a significant amount. And since my ship doesn't have a weight issue right now, well, it's not a problem, but it does have another problem, power issue. I didn't put much stuff on my ship, except for weight, and yet my power is a bit over the limit. So my power limit here is not that bad. You see a minus 0.69. So to counter effect that, at this point, I went to my module, and when I'm in combat, you see my priority list, everything is to 1. So I've said that if I'm losing power or need more power, I put number 3, that my cargo hatch, and my frame shift drive. So that means when I deploy my weapon, my cargo hatch will go down, and if it need to, my frame shield drive will go down too. So if you do the math here, frame shield drive take 2% of my power and cargo hatch 3%. So it's gonna remove 5% of my power requirement. At the bottom, as you see, usage of have 104% when everything is deployed. So it's gonna remove 5%, so it'll be golden power. If you need to bail, you just retract your weapon and your frame shift should be back on pretty fast. So now we're okay in power. And let's have a quick look again. So yeah, multi-cannon. Well, the weapon is mainly your choice, but your distributor should be able to handle this. You can get of course, a gimbal beam, but personally, with a nibble ship, I prefer a fixed beam. You can get pulse if you want. It's up to you. So now I have a pretty resistant ship with decent shielding. So as you see by the stat, the number, and everything, you're going to be way superior than your most likely older Vulture Hunter ship. So now, what's left to do is actually take it for a spin and see how effective it is. So, I'm going to go at the extraction side, most likely a high extraction side, and let's see how it's going to be. So, let's do a time skip and see you in a bit. Alright, here we are approaching a high extraction site. So, with this ship, it's the first time you're actually gonna feel powerful. Alright, almost there. Alright, dropping off. So let's see how this beautiful ship gonna perform with the decent target. A deadly group. Oh well, they're not. Diamondback Explorer could be a nice little test here. Master. He's not wanted. Yeah, the luck of having luck with the first encounter. Looking for a ship. A deadly ship. Is he wanted? Let's see if we can take out an ASP scout or a deadly wanted with that ship. That could be interesting. Oh, he's leaving. Oh well. Oh, look at you here. This is the luck of these extraction sites. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. What about you? Oh, hello. 2 target, but I don't care. I like that shoulder weapon. Like the 2 weapon on the shoulder of the ship. Oh yeah. Dead already. We're taking 2 targets now, and it should be pretty easy. Also, the NPC is gonna help you, so. He's dead. That was pretty easy. Let's find another good target. So that was very easy. What about you? Dangerous? Can you be that dangerous? Let's find out. Need to be careful too to not attack the NPC by mistake, the one that I wanted. Right. Yeah, I love this ship, just so maneuverable compared to the other ship. Shield her down. So you see only 2 weapons, but they're still actually pretty effective. You put more power to my engine to even move better, but that's good enough. I can see shit, as you see. Actually, I could use more firepower now. But the Vulture is keeping up quite well, actually. So let's try 4th weapon and 2 to engine. Since my shield are like untouched. Well, I'm gonna let my shield regenerate for now, because my system needs some more power. Let's try our last target, I guess. Maybe. Oh yeah, let's do that target now. Full power! Right as his face. Also, the NPC is gonna help me, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna put at least 1 to shield because I'm getting attacked a bit. But it's not that big of a problem if my shield drop a bit, because my ult is pretty strong. Oh, there we go. He's dangerous, and it's no problem. You see, I'm maneuverable, I'm staying close to him, and he cannot upturn me. Only annoying thing is the reload of the multi-cannon, but hey, I mean, you can, unless you engineer it to have auto-loader mod. That a good thing you can do for that ship is, like, if you get engineering, you can do a little overcharge engineering and have the auto-loader mod on it, which will make it way more easier to use. Because it's gonna auto-reload when you're shooting it, so... There we go. Well, the other target is dead already by the NPC, so... And you see, I was not even trying to manage my shield resistance on my Pip 2 system. And now, I'm gonna full stop, remove weapon, and my shield should regenerate amazingly fast by itself. By weave. So, I hope this was good enough for you guys. So, that's the first time you're gonna feel very powerful in bounty hunting. Of course, you can tweak your setup and do whatever you want, but I find this setup very nice, so bounty hunting is getting way easier. So, overall, that ship is a beast, is amazing, but it's only the one thing, and it's that. Killing stuff, 1-on-1, 2-on-1 if you want. So, oh yeah, if you find a Python and an Anaconda that is not like lower than dangerous, you should be, even maybe dangerous, who knows, maybe you can take it, but it's gonna take forever. But bigger ship, they're gonna have a big problem against you. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.